Broadcasting live from upstate New York, a technology talk show that puts you and your questions first. It's Tech Talk Live.
Yeah, baby, it's Tech Talk Live, coming to you live from upstate New York. I'm Flipper.
I'm Schneider.
And I'm JJ.
And we're a computer talk show coming to you from upstate New York, and we talk about...
Studio B, 3 floors down.
Yeah, something like that, 3 floors.
I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Sorry we were off 2 weeks, but that's the breaks of the game.
Hey, it was all good. A nice little break from everything. You know, the people probably got a little break from us.
Happy New Year. I hope everybody has a good resolution. My resolution is a lot less talk on Tech Talk Live.
Is that what your I highly doubt that. I highly
I've already
doubt
broke it already, didn't I?
Right?
Yeah, right? Started right off.
Anyway, go for it.
No, you go for it.
We are a call-in technology talk show, broadcasting live, of course. Finger Lakes TV. Give us a call, 315-220-0692, or...
You can check us out on the web. You can check us out on Facebook by going to facebook.com/Tech Talk Live, or check out our website off of fingerlakes1.com.
Tech Talk Live at email is techtalklive.ny@gmail.com. I had to get it all in. I got new glasses so I can read, but I got to be a little closer.
Nice.
So
How is that supposed to work? You got new glasses, but they're not better.
Before it was arm's length. Now I got to be within a reading distance.
Wow, holy cow, your head is huge on screen when you do that.
Oh my God.
Right?
So, but anyway, I could move this closer there. How's that?
There you go. That might
There
work.
you go.
But the one lens changed, or one eye changed.
So
That's why everything
better?
was blurred.
Yeah, so it's better.
Now I can see it a long distance again. I read signs down the road as I'm going 80, or
65.
75 mile an hour.
That's some scary stuff right there to
Right?
find out that he has blurry eyes and he's doing 80 miles an hour.
No,
70 and 70. Oh, my God.
It's letters on the board. They're blurred, until you get into a certain distance, then you can see them.
Hey, that looked like 65. I think it said 95, Phil. Go for it.
But anyway, that made the change, and like I said, it stopped the double image that I was getting.
Right?
So there's technology for you,
Nice.
Absolutely.
I think,
Actually, that's pretty old technology. Glasses were invented in the 1700s.
I'm saying the technology of the new things that they have for adjusting for the eyes. You know what I mean? And they even got newer ones if the doctor's office is upgraded to the new computerized ones.
Oh, right. So it can read your retina and your lens and.
Well, it changes it too, but it tells you and it does it automatically.
Right.
So,
That's pretty neat.
if you
Nice.
push the button, you won $1,000. Or
Woo. Pushing my buttons, are you?
I was trying to. I looked like you were ready to push a button, so I was going to push it early, buddy.
okay, JJ, what you do for the weekend?
I think actually we should get some callers calling in. Those new Christmas presents that everybody got.
Oh, absolutely.
New
I would love to
technology
see.
that everybody either
we-
can't figure out or
Right.
has a
Well,
question about
We talked about getting them.
or getting them. Let us know
So
what
yeah,
you got.
definitely give us a call, 315-220-0692. It is a free call if you're up here in the Finger Lakes region area.
And if you got Verizon, it's free call anywhere in the United States anyway.
Right. So, so definitely give us a call. We'd love to get your calls.
I just advertised Verizon and not getting paid for
Well,
it.
that's okay. Whatever. Who cares?
Right?
So you got anything you want to talk about?
I don't know. I got some neat Christmas presents. I got a new Clam Shell for my iPad.
I'll hold it up to the screen so we can
Makes
see
it kind of turn into a little
mini laptop.
mini laptop.
Oh, look at that. Look at that garbage.
Now we can't take pictures out the backside, or can you?
Oh, yeah, it's going to take pictures.
Oh, you got
of
the
back.
hole there?
Oh, yeah, I got the holes there.
Yep.
Yep.
He's got
My
the
good Apple icon logo there. Right there, that's the
sideways, yep.
But thanks to Santa Claus for that.
Oh, it almost looks like like somebody sat down on a wet toilet seat.
No.
Come on, that logo. Look at it. It's kind of funny. It looks like
Oh, okay. Well, we don't.
look at it. Look at it on screen.
Oh,
Doesn't it look
sideways
like somebody
does.
sat down on like a snow-filled chair or something?
Sideways it does.
Right? Yeah, right.
Oh,
And of course,
I don't have them on here.
Of course, if there's any questions, there's an app for that. So,
An app for that, huh?
anyway, the clamshell is, turns my little iPad into kind of a laptop. And
So now he doesn't have to take half the screen off and type on the screen. He just
Right.
does it on the.
you get, makes the screen a lot bigger because the keyboard goes away. And
Right.
The keyboard's right in front of you. And
Right.
A little faster.
A little faster.
Typer.
Yeah.
So I love it. I'm still getting used to it a little bit. So it's got
Getting
all
in-
volume
getting
controls
in-
and everything right on it for the
Getting
iPhone.
in practice so you're not a one-fingered typer anymore.
Right. It's a Bluetooth, connectivity and everything that goes along with it. What other technology did you get? I got my Keurig.
I did not get any technology this
I
year.
got my Keurig, of course.
Keurig.
Gotta love it. My single serve Keurig.
I don't
machine
like
for my
it.
coffee.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, then I know what I'm buying you then for your birthday.
That's
I found.
that's a case of Keurigs.
No, actually, I'll get them the reusable. There's a set of like 4 or 5 cups through I think JCPenney's that you can buy that you can put your own stuff in the
yes.
packet.
Yep.
So that way you don't have to spend 70 cents a cup of coffee.
Well, I always thought they were quite expensive.
They are. They're hugely expensive.
I'm
Yeah,
loving it, though.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
That's a good technology, for you. That now you got these little cups that you can put your own spoon of coffee in and put them in the
Put it in the Keurig
Keurig.
and just
Yeah. Is that how you pronounce it? Is Keurig?
the Keurig machine. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Kerg.
I just think
Or-
I think it's just amazing that they can do it without exploding those things.
Right.
Kreg, isn't it?
K-E-R.
I always thought it was Kruger.
No, Keurig machine.
But
But
anyway, to make your own coffee, it's like I say, I like,
You
maybe
like
not to the
Folgers.
good last drop, but I like the Folgers. You know what I mean? That's,
oh yeah, they got the Folgers K-cups. They got the Maxwell House
Yeah, but
K-cups,
those
they
are all
got-
still like 70, 60, 70 cents.
That's a
they're-
package.
Yeah, they're almost a bucket a drink probably.
Yeah,
But-
which okay. Now, if you go buy a whole can,
It's all a matter of convenience, really. Actually, how just throw it in. real quick.
I am so sorry. I love the idea of convenience. I really do, but I do not think that we should have
Cost
to pay.
effective.
I don't think that we should have to pay a 3 to 4, 500, 600%
increase.
increase to get convenience. I mean, we are living in the year 2013 now.
Correct.
Isn't
Okay.
it called greed?
Maybe I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's human nature.
Right now, it's worth my convenience. So
Well, I suppose. But I'm going to get you something that's
different-
going to make it worthwhile for
Yeah,
your convenience.
his birthday's coming up.
Yeah.
got my.
When's your
different-
birthday coming up?
In October.
In October.
October. I got a little ways to go yet.
He's got to get in October.
That's what I thought I heard too. I'm like, October. Where?
But anyway,
If you
get
get
the
knocked
different
up in
flavors.
October,
Yeah,
we're
right.
in trouble.
We are
but
in
anyway,
trouble.
you can get him the heart Valentine's gift.
Oh yeah, that's
Sweet.
true. Yeah, we could get him a Valentine's gift. That could be fun. Yeah.
Draw little hearts on the side of the cups or little packages.
Right.
Put your
Right.
own coffee in. Convenience. You make up all 6 of them, and then you got them for
refrigerate
winter.
them and you just throw them in.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how much coffee you drink. I mean,
Right.
but I
He
still,
buys his.
right. So I mean, the machine costs $100, right?
Yeah. If I
Oh, here comes Oscar.
Oscar's back.
Look out now! You move my mouse all over. Now I can't see what I'm doing.
Yeah, they're about the single serve. Looking at them online before the holidays, they're about average $100 probably.
Okay, so about $100. Okay, so hi, Oscar. What are you doing? You just want to
But
be?
they also have a single serve coffee maker too. Other, not a coffee maker too. A coffee maker
Right.
also. That's a single cup per.
Right. But I guess my whole thing is okay. The coffee maker itself is $100 because it's high pressure steam water, right? Basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Okay, so that's what brews it so fast and so strong to make a single.
2 minutes,
serve
you're
cup.
done.
Yep, boom, you're done, right? For a single serve cup.
Right.
I only put my coffee in the microwave for 1 minute.
Yeah, but you make a pot and a half.
Right.
I remember waking up some
It's all a
mornings.
matter about time and convenience.
Right.
really.
Well, I remember waking up some mornings at 6 or whatever because I couldn't sleep or whatever. It'd be like at 5. And all of a
You
sudden,
get up at that time.
once in a great while, I did. But Snide would be out there with Mom and percolating. I remember that old percolating machine you had. And he'd start that thing at 6. We'd have coffee by 7. But it was a pot. It was like 64 cups of coffee in that thing. And then
Nice.
they just let it sit all day. And then, if it got a little cold, they just nuked it.
Get one of those.
Yeah,
I
right?
got-
Those dispensers, you just push the button down,
There you go, right?
keeps it warm for you all day.
No, I got one that brews and it's on for about 2 hours and that's it. Shuts
Right.
down, but you draw it off a cup at a time.
Right.
You don't pour it out of a carafe. You got it in a button serve, and then I just nuke it. And
Right. But I think
technology.
I think the big thing, I guess I'm trying to get at is I love convenience. I really do. I bought a $30 hot water maker. Okay, I mean, it was just literally just a tea kettle that you stick on the plate, and you push the button down, and it'll boil water within like a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Nice.
Okay, so
it's convenience.
That's very nice. Okay, so $30.
Is that for your teetotaling?
Yeah. Yeah, if I want tea or if I want
cup of soup.
Right.
Cup of soup or, whatever. I don't have to nuke it. But, okay, so a $30 water maker, hot water maker, okay, fine. But now you add in, that's basically what you got is a hot water maker, but now you add in these single cup servings.
So it diverts the water over through that little cup.
Yep,
right. Cup. Now you're talking, now you have to pay an additional 70 cents per cup to get. That just seems outrageous to me. I don't know.
One of these days I'm going to have to buy a can of coffee and compare the two.
Yeah?
That's the only uses I get out of it.
I'm pretty sure you're going to find out that it's probably going to be a lot more. It's about 7 cents a cup for.
But the cups, you're saving the convenience. You just throw them in. The other ones, you got to take your time and pack it up and close it and then put it in.
There we go.
That's seconds,
You're paying for that convenience.
Now, hang on a second. Hold on a second. You're telling me that you have something going on that important in your life that those seconds are going to.
Those are seconds.
Yeah. How many seconds? Okay, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Okay.
Time is money.
How many hours? How many hours do you waste on this show?
How many hours do you waste on this show?
Right. He wastes an hour a week on this show, right? He comes on the show, right?
And plus a half an hour drive down and a half an hour drive back.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's half
15
hour.
minutes.
Maybe.
Was that?
Maybe a half hour altogether.
And now we're splitting hairs over seconds.
And now we're in research and technology, looking at technology.
Oh,
now I want to know.
I'm hours into this show.
I want to know, is that headdress you got on there? Is that a Christmas present too, or you had to go buy some?
No, these are flipper technologies.
Oh, these are flippers.
Oh, you're still using my other ones, right?
Yeah. I need to get some new ones. The other one's broken.
Yeah, them buds don't last long.
Well, it depends on how much.
Well, I was going to get my iPhone buds that come with my smartphone and use those, I think. But for convenience purposes, I borrowed flippers.
Convenience, because it's cheaper. It cost him $14, and you get them for free.
Borrowed the shows.
It cost me, those Sonys cost $21.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm saying it. But he gets it for free for the convenience.
Anyway, call in, please save me.
Right.
Let me know about your technology.
We're attacking JJ today. That's so funny.
Well, that's all right. We're talking tech.
And no, I wasn't trying to be mean or anything.
No,
I'm just saying, we're arguing seconds here.
Seconds, yeah.
Versus, I can understand having it at the office.
That's why you have convenience stores, Yeah, faster.
Yeah, but still, you don't pay 700% for a candy bar or 700% for a.
Some places you do, I'm sure.
Yeah, you're paying 60% anyway.
Yeah, well, maybe 60%. Sure. Okay, fine, but not like 700%. I ask you back.
About $1 of coffee,
right?
But
I pay $1 of coffee at the store too. So,
well, that's pre-made,
right. So,
and for the convenience to walk in and grab a cup. Hi. Okay. But yeah, I get you. It's just I don't know.
But technology,
like if I go buy a 6-pack of Pepsi, okay, I'm getting it for probably about 60 cents a bottle, okay, from Walmart, right?
Well,
it depends if you get them on sale like we did.
Okay, so maybe 50 cents.
You buy 2 and you got 3 free.
So I buy this size. If I buy this size Pepsi, right? If I go down to the convenience store and buy this size Pepsi,
you're paying almost $2 almost for that size. At
$1.29 or $1.59.
At a convenience store?
Yeah,
Man.
Or I usually wait.
This size is about $1.29.
What size is this?
That's a little bit.
Oh, this is 4 ounces more. Okay, so yeah, you don't get these.
$1.75.
You can't get these. But yeah, okay, so go by that.
Yeah, about $1.29 for these probably.
And you speak about technology. I called Flipper.
Uh-oh. What'd you call him?
on Friday, Thursday, one of the days last week, and I asked him where he was, and he says, I'm on I-10 going west by Pepsi-Cola, Florida.
Pepsi Cola, Florida.
I did. That's exactly what I said.
I said Pensacola.
B smacked me too. She was like Pensacola.
Pensacola.
I'm like, no, it said Pepsi-Cola. I'm telling you, it said Pepsi-Cola.
Nice.
If you look quick, it does look like it.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I was like, yeah, that's all good.
What you do is take the N out of there, and it looks like Pepsi-Cola.
Right?
The mind does that. Plays tricks on you.
Sometimes, right? I didn't get nothing for technology for myself or anything. I did see a lot of neat technology out on the trip. So going to Disney World and seeing all their stuff, that was kind of interesting.
That was fantastic. Some of the videos you put up last night.
Oh, well, thank you.
Billboards that he.
Yeah, the billboards. Oh my God, the technology
especially down south.
Right.
But those are all new billboards from when Katrina blew them all over. There wasn't any billboards down there when we went. Very few.
Well, there was quite a few when we got down in there. There was quite a few.
All across 10 and over in 10 over into New Orleans. And you went across Lake Pontchartrain, did you?
Yep.
I asked you if both sides of the bridge were up equal in size. See, one was up here 50 feet, and the other one was still down there 25 feet.
They were both the same size.
All right, then they rebuilt both sides of the highway then.
Right. So, but what I couldn't get over, I guess I'm going to say it. What I couldn't get over is just the blocks and blocks of houses that are still destroyed. I mean, in my mind, being up here in New York, I feel bad for the people, no question about it. But in another part of my mind, I'm also saying, okay, we have all this technology. We require people to get insurance on their houses, at least up here. I don't know if it is down there.
Flood damage and all that.
Right. So the question comes to mind in my mind is that you have all these things. I mean, if that happened up here to, say, upstate New York, okay, saying we had a tornado come through or whatever, lightning damage and a bunch of houses blew up. I mean, whatever. Okay, all those houses are required by the bank to have, insurance on it. And then after the fact, you're supposed to have insurance on it. I mean, what happened to all those insurance companies? Why aren't those getting fixed? They just say, okay, fine. What is it, like a car? Oh, it's totaled. Have a nice day.
All right, let me interject something here. Now, it's the same deal down in New Jersey and Long Island and that. Why aren't the insurance companies paying the money that they're supposed to? They just got $9.6 or $9.7 billion to interject into the insurance so that the insurance pays these. Wait a minute, they're supposed to have money on reserve somewhere to make sure that they have enough money to cover that stuff.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
That was a federal regulation. I'm talking way back in the 70s.
Right, but that's kind of like my point with like technology and relating it to technology. We have all this technology that would keep a database on all the houses that you are insuring, okay? Where they're located, what they look like. You could store photos on it. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure that's probably what's happening. If that's not happening, then it probably should be happening.
Now, I was talking to some of my fellow co-workers, I guess, in other counties who were deployed down in that area.
Yes.
And
for Sandy or for Katrina?
For Katrina, when they're doing relief efforts.
Yep.
For communications. And a lot of the things that we're doing down there is that people were cashing in the insurance money and running.
Yeah.
Just leaving the houses there, and they weren't doing anything with them.
All right.
A
lot of people were doing them. Then they caught on, the insurance companies were caught on that, hey, this is to repair your home.
Not to jump ship
and get out of town. But so then they started, okay, we're going to give you $10,000, that's for cleanup. And then when your cleanup's done, then we're going to give you another $10,000 to reframe it. And then we're going to give you another $10,000 to do the inside. And now they're just starting to rebuild it after.
So in other words, instead of giving a blank check, they're basically saying we're becoming the general contractor.
$80,000, $90,000, $100,000. But anyway, let me interject something else at New Orleans. Katrina, how many were shipped out of the Astrodome down there to Texas?
Oh, the people, yeah.
To the other states.
Yeah,
now these houses still haven't been rebuilt, and these people haven't returned because they got it easier up there now.
Right.
In these other states.
Right.
Yep.
I was just absolutely amazed. I mean, they have a lot of the businesses were rebuilt. I mean, there was quite a few things there that got rebuilt. and then the homes, some of the homes were rebuilt, but then there was just blocks and blocks and blocks of home after home after home. That was just, I don't even know why that a decent subcontractor or contractor couldn't go down there and make a killing just cleaning up these homes, fixing them up basic, and then selling them back off.
But you got to have the people there that's going to do it. Be there. You got to have the public there. The public has not returned it.
They paid off,
and they left.
They left.
Yeah, that must be what it is then.
And it's still their property, but they're not there anymore. You know what I mean?
So
hey, my insurance company just paid that off. It's still mine legally, right?
Yeah.
But if you're not paying,
I'm paying. I'm living in Texas someplace.
But if you're not paying the taxes on it, whatever it is,
it eventually becomes the government's. Yeah.
Well, eventually, but how long does that take?
3 years.
So.
But it's been longer than that since Katrina hit.
Right.
But I was just trying to interject that the people left, and they didn't come back.
Right. They're still not coming back yet.
And why build something? Why build something if you're not going to have somebody that's going to
live there?
Live in it.
Yeah,
a lot of them places were row houses. For I got to say welfare recipients.
Yeah.
That's what these housing projects were, and a lot of them were better if you look at the difference in the style. But the good houses that are built down there, that've been rebuilt, are the working class, for hotels and Astrodome and different things.
So what you're trying to say, there's some prime real estate for sale down there.
Oh yeah, the prime real estate. Holy cow, Jesus!
But when we were down there, we rode both sides. We rode 90. US 90, which is a 4-lane highway, comes into New Orleans, goes right on through and over to Texas. But we also rode Interstate 10. We also rode a lot of these other side roads.
Yeah.
And we see a lot of this devastation down there. But here's the thing. Just think, the French Quarters didn't get hit hardly half as bad as some of these other places did.
Yeah, well, that's true. I'm not going to talk about the French Quarter on here.
You don't like it, but I got pictures right here.
I don't like it. I really didn't. I think you would. My bubble got burst when I walked in there and I saw raw sewage going down the culverts.
Well, that was.
That burst my bubble.
That was New Year's down in that area.
It was the day. It was the day of New Year's. It wasn't.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Plus, it was the Orange Bowl, so I suppose. I mean, if we went on a different day, maybe it would have been a little better.
You would have been better. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was a little upset because the corner of Volusia and Bourbon Street. If you looked east, it used to be rows and rows of music clubs. Where people would play music and they had like all this other stuff, and half the places that you showed me pictures of, that when you and Mom went and you brought me back that Bourbon Street placemat or whatever it was, most of those clubs are gone now, and now they're gentlemen's clubs and pawn shops and other stuff, and it's just like the whole culture is just like totally twisted now.
I got pictures when Karen and I went down. And she wanted to see the Catholic cemetery and the other cemetery, how the people are buried down there.
Right.
They're not buried in the ground.
No, they're buried above.
They're buried at crypts.
Yep.
And what they do is they're in there so long, and then after they decayed and all that stuff and whatever, and all there is left is bones, they take a big long push bar and they push all the bones in the back of the thing and put another body in there in a crypt and seal it up.
Yeah.
But like I said, Karen got some bad vibes when she went into the Catholic cemetery.
All right.
So, but anyway, we went to the French Quarters. But it's like I say, when you want to see all this music and all that, it's got to be after the 1st of April.
Yeah.
Because we went over to the French Market when we were down there this last time, which was around the 1st of May.
Yeah.
And we went in the French Market, and my significant other says, I could just sit here and listen to the music all day.
Right.
I mean, it's music all over the place, Right,
what I mean? But you're down on the French Market. You're not down on Bourbon Street.
That is Bourbon Street.
The French Market?
Yeah, it goes all the way up to the French Market.
I thought the French Market was
over on the east side.
Southeast side. Yeah.
What do you think about that time?
I don't know. You want to take a break? I mean,
11:25.
We haven't even really talked much about technology today.
Talked about Flipper's trip.
Well, we're talking about his trip, about what technology he had.
I want to hear
he brought up
talk about the light shows and stuff they put on down at Disney.
I can do that. So
Maybe you can bring up some technology. I don't know if we could.
But anyway, if you want to go to break, that's up to you. That's.
I mean, it's about time. So
we take a quick break and go from there. Quick. Or whatever.
Yeah,
it
or
is.
5 minutes, whatever.
Right.
All right, we'll be right back with Tech Talk Live after this brief break. There. Truck Talk Live.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Woo!
Snide's over there fiddling around
Yeah,
with
I'm
his
still
stuff.
fiddling with my fiddle.
Welcome back to the first show of the new year.
Yes, season 2.
Season 2.
I don't know. Should we start the episodes over or probably just keep the episode number going? Just
keep it going.
All right, so season 2, episode whatever, 50
Whatever
or whatever we're up to.
Take 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I got to say
Yeah,
something.
I'll wipe the slate clean. How's
Right?
that?
I got to say something. You know, some of the technology I did see down in Disney just absolutely amazed me. One of the things that we went and saw in the Hollywood Studios Park was the lights, motors, action stunt car thing, which was
And they're driving.
Yeah.
Yep.
They drive. They got transmissions that's full forward and full reverse. They could drive just as fast backwards as they can forward.
Yep, they can, and they use a high-powered motorcycle engine that sits right behind the driver, so it's balanced, so they can do all those spin turn maneuvers.
Right. There's nothing in the car, only the seat.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's like the lightest thing you could possibly have.
The original car was 1,800 pounds or something like that, and they reduced it to 1,300 or 1,200.
No,
pounds.
it's under 1,000.
It's lighter than heck because
Yeah.
that's how they could do the jumps and all that.
Yep. And what I couldn't get over the technology piece that I couldn't get over was all the video cameras that they used for videotaping what they did was they videotaped the stunts. They actually had live cameramen sitting around the stage,
Sitting on the hood of the car.
No, they were sitting around the stage and they were taking the shots as they were performing the stunts.
Right. So, but they had big screen TVs so you could see them.
Right. Well, not only was it wireless to there, but then each camera was being recorded back to a central location. And then what they did was they did a story for about 5 minutes or something, you know, talking about how they did stuff. And then they would put a 5-minute video clip together very, very quickly of the stunts to show the story. And it was really amazing how fast they did that from point A to point B.
And did you get a disc of it?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
No, well, I'm just saying.
I got
great
photos.
Video. You got some photos, right?
Yeah, I got
Did you get some video of that?
No, I didn't get a video of that. Because that was the whole thing. You know, I usually try to abide by the rules. So like when you walked in, there was a big sign that said no videoing of the stuff, mostly because they don't want the lighting part of it. But, you know, I'm like, okay, fine, I won't videotape, but I'll at least take some photos. And I got a couple good ones.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What is that is videos, but you can take still pictures. Mm-hmm. In some places they say, please do not use a flash.
Right.
But you can still take still pictures.
Right,
And
as long as there's no flash.
Right, and how many people do the flashes? And
I
all
know that.
stuff.
You know that's what
It's a
that's what
distraction.
just totally ticks me off about the public. You know, in general. You know, and I know I'm part of the public. I'm not trying to say I'm not, but the general populace has no concern for anybody else but themselves.
Right.
You know, and I'll give you a prime example of that. You hear how I sound? I caught this cold down at Disneyland or Disney World. And it was probably the last day we were there because we were sitting there in line.
It's all about you.
It's all about me this time. I'm going to say it. You know, so we were walking. We really wanted to try the Toy Story in Hollywood Studios. There's a Toy Story ride where you get into a cart and you get it's Woody's Wild Ride or whatever it is.
Right. Animated 3D.
Animated 3D. You put 3D glasses on and you go through the.
Oh my God, technology, huh?
Oh, and it's amazing. It's not like the old 3D where you had the red and the blue, and that's how they did. It's polarized. It's polarized 3D,
And it looks like they come right to you.
Yeah,
You could touch them.
right. So that was really the kind of the neat thing about that whole thing was the fact that you were in a cart, okay, and then you had a little gun on the cart, and it was like kind of like an arcade game, and they put you in front of these screens, and it was all 3D, and you had all these plates, like saying you had like one game was you had to shoot the plates, okay, you had this little pop gun that you had on your steering wheel, and it was kind of contest between the car and then the two people in the car, and it was neat as heck because you sat there and as you pulled the string to shoot the ammo.
Oh, I thought you had a Poppinator.
It was a Poppinator.
Remember that when we did that show?
Oh yeah.
That was one of our first shows, wasn't it?
A long time ago.
Right. But no, you pulled the string and it would shoot this stuff up on screen, and it really looked like it was coming from your cart right out to the screen, and it was really neat.
How did technology know where this gun was pointing and it put it on the screen automatically?
I'm assuming some type of laser or IR thing, but that's kind of the neat thing about it is the technology pieces to that. First of all, the polarized 3-dimensional thing. Okay, polarized glasses, that's all they are, polarized.
Right.
These are polarized vertical, these are polarized horizontal, or whatever the case may be. So that way, when image 1 up here is displayed and image 2 over here is displayed, your eyes, through the polarization, merges them together into one image, but it gives you the depth, the 3D depth feel. It's really neat. I got to tell you.
Is that like my Vizio television?
I don't know.
Since I got that and got it all hooked up and the way it's running and everything and all the best image I could get, it looks a lot like the 3D aspect. You know, it gives you a lot of depth.
You probably got the high definition. You finally got it. You finally got it set up for high dev. Finally,
as much as Time Warner will give me, and as much as the Vizio will give me.
Right. So. Yeah, high dev is really, if you can get full high dev, it really does have a
I'd like to get the 1900, but they don't have it yet.
Right.
Yeah, right.
1080, 1080i or 1080p.
Right, which is pretty damn good as far as I'm concerned.
So what about the castle, man? The castle was pretty
The castle was neat as heck, too. Oh, my God.
Like, how'd they do that?
Well, 3, 4, I think it was 4 different spots up on Main Street, if you know Disney World. Main Street sits, I mean, you walk down Main Street and it opens up and right there's a castle.
Did you say Tinkerbell?
Oh, yeah. I saw Tinkerbell. But up on the...
about Goofy?
He is goofy, isn't he? He's sitting right with us.
Wow. Wow. But right on top of the 2 corner buildings of Main Street, they must have had some really high-powered projectors. And what they did was they projected up on screen. They probably aligned an image and outlined the castle so they knew what their working area was. Mm-hmm. And then they did all these animations just like we do with projectors, like for PowerPoint presentations and stuff. Right. But they must have been really high-powered projectors. So they could project anything they wanted right onto that castle and make it do anything you wanted with it.
The castle looked like it turned into a different castle, and like,
well, wow. Then they had the Wreck-It Ralph movie.
Oh yeah, right.
Wasn't that kind of neat? It was like the video game. They were like playing the video game.
Isn't that some kind of a front screen that you could see through if there's nothing on it, and then when it's projected with a high laser light onto this cloth screen or whatever you want to call it in front of it, it makes it look like you can see everything or whatever? Is that what it was like, or was it?
I was just thinking it was just a high-powered LCD projector, really. Maybe it does more, I don't know. But you could see where the light was coming from, because, I mean, I literally was recording it like this, and I was looking back like this, trying to see where it was coming from. And, you know, it was right on top of the 2 buildings, but it was absolutely amazing what they were doing with it. I mean, the animations were smooth. It was bright enough where it changed the castle into anything you wanted it to be.
In bright sunlight.
No, it was at night. It was at night.
It was at night that they did this. Okay, that's a little different story than being bright daylight.
Right. It was definitely at night, but it was just really neat. I mean, take a look at the video. If I'll throw one.
Post it. Yeah,
I'll share the videos on Tech Talk's Facebook page. So. But yeah, I mean, it was just really neat. The high-powered projectors, you know, just what they could do with that was just
think if you had that money and you could play with that stuff, you would go nuts.
I would.
Oh my God!
And that's like I said. I'm not trying to say go for another job, but just think of with your knowledge, you know what you could do down there.
Oh, I would have a ball. I would.
Let's go.
All right.
Trees, sunny. Yeah.
Yeah, right. We don't have to be in New York.
Snow. We're out here.
Hey, you'd have your office right up in one of them.
You know, I do have to say one thing.
Right?
I do have to say one thing political, I guess. I'm going to say it. I know I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Well, I do want to do it. You know.
I do.
And you can let us know what you think by calling 315-220-0692.
Right, there you go.
So here we go.
You know, here's Walt Disney World, right? Happiest place on earth. Kid friendly, so on and so forth.
Cleanliness is...
And they still made reservation for all types of people. Okay, they not only made it for some religious types, okay, because there was a couple different things I saw there that were based on religion. They also made it for smokers. There were smoking areas, designated smoking areas, and every smoker that I knew that I was down there with me, that I saw, abided by the rules. You know, it wasn't like they were, blowing it in people's face or whatever.
Well, this is what'll happen. Somebody will go and not abide by the rule, and then all of a sudden now they start disappearing.
I really hope they don't. But the funny thing was here's the designated smoking area, and non-smokers were coming through, and oh my God, making a big stink about the whole thing.
Yeah, walk around. Tell them to walk around.
Right. I mean, it's just like I don't invade your space, or I try not to anyhow. But that was another good thing that I was like, oh my God, they make reservations for that. They also make reservations for drinkers. Okay. They have different areas that you can go. You can go to the adult clubs. You can go to, and that was one of the things, a multi-billion-dollar company like Disney, okay, is not on the forefront of saying no to smoking, no to drinking. Okay. They're making concessions for everybody because they realize the one key important thing. We all have money. We all have money. We all can bring it.
Bidding for it,
right? And I think that's
it's not in taxation or anything like that. It's
right, and I think that's where like places like Seneca or wherever you want to talk, Cuga, I think Ontario just passed it.
Right.
Okay, well, fine. Value-wise, evaluate the whole situation. Here's a multi-billion-dollar company. You guys are peanuts. Really by the end of the day, and yet we're saying no, 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 no. Whatever.
Right.
And guess what? They got money enough to buy whoever they want to be in that.
Right, no doubt.
In that White House.
Right, I suppose they do.
So there's your political ploy, right?
Right.
The one time I was down there, way far away, or way back when, and the cleanliness down there is just like
unreal.
There's no gum on the walk or nothing.
There's nothing.
They have probably 100 to 150 people in each park that do nothing but walk around with
and clean
the sticks and the scrapers just to clean up and pick up trash.
And they try not to have gum and all that stuff in there, and they try to, please, they say receptacles, trash receptacles. Dollywood is the same theme park, is the same thing.
Yeah,
and we enjoy it there too, but there's not that stuff all over the sidewalks and everything.
Right.
It's just unbelievable. It's like wow.
Yeah. It is.
Can you imagine if it was like that?
Just think
everywhere.
No, I do have to say Disney is slightly hypocritical. I got to say.
Well, just think of what if the village here was like that? No snow on the sidewalks, no gum, no trash on the road.
Not going to happen, Pops. I don't think.
Well, I'm just saying it could happen.
It could. Yeah.
There's a little village in Seneca County that you're only allowed to put your trash out on this day. You're not allowed to rake leaves. You have to rake your leaves in your yard there.
Not out to the street.
Not out to the street. You can't mow your clippings out into the street. There's a village in Seneca County like that.
Waterloo?
And they have code enforcement. They have code enforcement come around.
And the code enforcement doesn't come around in Waterloo to do that either.
I'm talking about a different village, but
which one's that?
Saying.
Interlaken, down south.
Oh, that's right. They do have that ordinance, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, it's like
put your trash out on one day because the whole village gets picked up on one day.
Mm-hmm. They got the ordinance right up there where you live.
Yep.
And how many times do I see it? I go down the street and this clown is blowing his snow right out into the street.
Right.
You're not allowed to do that. You're responsible. Right. If a car gets in an accident or spins out or whatever, he can be charged. Can be charged. No.
Well, I can understand. I can understand if you're trying to get out to start snow blowing it back. Like, if you can't really get it any place to get a little bit out in the street, no big deal. But people that purposefully, their grass clippings or their snow.
He does that with his leaves in the fall, his grass in the summer. It's just like I told the neighbor across the street.
Yeah.
And I told him, I says, the ordinance says, you will not put your clippings out in the street. Every time he mows are right out in the street.
Right, and if you do blow it out in the street, at least take the common courtesy to take the mower back over the street and blow it back in your yard.
I do that.
Right.
But anyway,
well, that's
technology. Here we go with technology down there.
Now going with technology, what I really thought was amazing was that they have low water consumption and low growth grass. It takes 5 times as long to grow, but you have to buy it in sheets of sod, basically. Because I was asking one of the gardeners about it, because I was like, oh my God, that would be amazing if it would live up here. I would literally redo my whole yard there. I would have to mow it once a year.
Maybe twice.
Right.
Maybe twice. Don't have to worry about the water. We got plenty, you know? I was just like, wow, that's just great. One of the things with what I was saying about Disney being hypocritical, you know, and I'm not, this is not really a slam against Disney. I just think it's just the nature of the beast. You know, here you go into Epcot Center and you see some of the things about being conservative and, you know, conservation of wastewater, conservation of paper, conservation of coming up with better ways to grow food, you know, so on and so forth. And then you come out of that theater and it opens right up into the food court and you see the massive amounts of waste. And it's just like, oh man, that is so hypocritical. But you know, it's just,
well, they were doing a thing on was it Good Morning America here last week?
Which is owned by Disney.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, wherever it was.
I didn't know that
was
until
about,
the other day.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know ABC was owned by Disney, no.
Well, Disney owns a lot of corporations you don't know about.
Oh, all right.
But anyway, they were doing the article on school lunches.
Yeah.
College kids' lunches.
Yep.
You know, the cafeterias in the colleges and cafeterias in school.
Yep.
And how much waste there is.
Oh, yeah.
And they were talking about smaller proportions. And I says, you know, it's like any place you go. If you go out to a restaurant, how many times do you eat all that? You have to take it home to a doggy bag. Technology, here we go. You know, the pigs got to eat. You know, the chickens and all that stuff has got to eat somewhere. But
right. Well, I agree with the thought, but at the same time, I would say if it's going to go to smaller portions so that you buy a meal, eat a meal, it needs to go down from $15 a meal at the portions that we're at to like $6 a meal.
Back to $6 a meal or $7.
Right.
You know,
that are easily ate at the restaurant. I mean, that was one of our biggest problems at Disney was you got a meal card and we had all the quick service meals, you know, basically. And you went and had, it doesn't matter what you got, okay, whether you got fries or chicken nuggets or whatever. I mean, they had some pretty decent stuff on the menu, okay? Mm-hmm. But almost every single meal came with a bucket load of fries, okay?
And they were cold by the time you got all done. Oh,
probably, yeah, they
well,
probably
you put
were.
them out in the sun,
but they weren't overly salty. Number one, they were also not cooked in that crap oil that New York State has everybody cooking in, okay?
Yeah.
That heart-healthy oil that not only makes it taste bad, but is also causing the obesity that we got right now. Oh, did I say that out loud? I did. I'm sorry. There's another political. You know what? I'm sick, so don't take this too bad. So, I have a cold.
I don't.
Anyhow,
I don't need government telling me everything I got to do.
But really, I mean, you went
decision.
down. You know, we went down there, and it was like a totally different world. Totally different world.
You left the country.
Yeah, literally. I mean, for living up here in New York all my life, and then getting a chance to spend a week and a half down there. And seeing how not only Disney World does it, but then tooling around the countryside and seeing some of the different states. We really liked Kentucky. Kentucky was beautiful. Bowling Greens and some of the people there. We stopped for a meal.
You got to see what kind of political realm is it there. Karen and I took in a lot of states down our countries.
Our countries, all right.
But anyway, we like the eastern part of Tennessee. Tennessee is three states in one.
Well, right, because I mean,
you got the eastern state, you got the middle state, and you got the western state over in Memphis, and they're all governed different. I didn't realize that until we went to Nashville.
Yep.
And then you turn around and you come back on the eastern side, it's altogether different.
Right.
And then the western part of North Carolina. We like that area because we've already investigated tax structure, government, involvement and all this, everything we needed.
Well, we were looking at Bowling Greens, Kentucky, because one of the neat technologies that they have down there is in the hotel room, they have a channel for relocating to the local area. So,
neat.
Right. So you can actually flip on the TV and then have your laptop ready, free Wi-Fi, and you just type in the number and it'll give you all the information about the area, about the house, how much it would cost, what's the taxes, what's the monthly living expenses, so on and so forth. I mean, everything's all figured out in some large database that's just spooling with this this TV program.
Technology.
And it was just really neat. And it was a local TV program that they inject into a channel on the local TV set.
So their county or states got it. Their tourism.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's really...
They're up with their technology.
Yeah, it's really neat. You know, it was like the digital signage we were talking about before. That's amazing. I love that idea. I mean, thousands of LEDs, different color LEDs, so it was probably red, green, and blue, and white, but you know, thousands on these billboards, and they can draw anything they want. They can even play a video. I mean, I saw one that was playing a video. I mean, now... There's an upside and a downside to this.
It's the same technology that's in the stadium, the football stadium, when they were showing the football players.
Right.
But this is the same, only on the billboards up there. It's the same size.
And it's autonomous and it's solar powered. That's what I loved about it. That's what I'm talking about. Not the fact that, you know, it's there. The fact that it's all done with LEDs and it's solar powered and battery operated.
And when your nights are long or whatever, it goes and switches over to a charger system to charge the batteries.
I don't think there is one because I didn't see anything on that one that we were going by.
Power lines are underneath in the ground.
Well, I'm sure, but there should be a box or something on it. I mean, it didn't look like there was any type of connectivity to the thing.
So you have technology and very cost effective.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Over life.
Yeah.
Really.
And the solar panel wasn't even that big either.
What a great investment then.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't they do that up here?
I know.
You know, I mean, and then make the advertising. Now, here's another thing for businesses: make advertising more effective and more cost effective, and not charge so much.
Reasonable.
You know,
right.
Because I mean, if you think about it, you have to do a 16 foot by 12 foot or 8 foot,
50 foot by 30.
whatever the size of the billboard is. I don't care. I don't care how big they are. But by the end of the day, you figure a square foot of printed material of that size. That whole billboard probably costs the company a few $1,000s anyway, just to put that up there.
I bet that's.
So are we opening our new business here?
I bet that's right? I bet that's running about $750,000 for that billboard.
Right.
But they get it back because they can change the display and advertise many advertisers for a 24-hour period.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. I mean, the initial expense might be a little high, but long term, you could advertise a bunch of people on the same billboard at the same time and charge them half as much as what they're being charged for.
Watch us on TikTok Live and Finger Lakes.
I was thinking about it. I looked one up. I looked up a digital sign in what was it? Nashville. There was a guy that was actually hanging out, and we were talking. I said, you know, these digital signs are really neat. Oh, yeah, I manage one of them. I said, you do? So I asked, and he said, yeah, you want like a little 5-second blip, like it's up there for about 5-10 seconds, and it goes to the next one, right? I said, yeah, whatever. How much would that cost me for a month? He's like, $300, $500. I'm like, huh. Tech Talk will put Tech Talk on a billboard someplace in the United States. That'd be fun. Find out where we put our Tech Talk thing. You win a Apple iPad.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
His iPad.
And to think, you could just sit in the office like we're here at the show and just change the billboard. Or
right. Wouldn't that be neat?
Your displays.
But I mean, it was just really neat to see all the different technologies working together. You know, like the street cams. That was kind of neat to see a couple cities that have in high traffic areas that people have been blowing through red lights and probably causing accidents and people that are speeding. They got those street cams, those wireless street cams. I actually was looking at how they were all set up, and we were sat at one.
There's a
few around here.
I like about that.
I like the idea. I don't like what can happen because of the idea. Because I mean, okay, fine. Somebody makes a mistake, you know, the video says you didn't make a mistake. Well, people, there's got to be a little leniency there too. You know, people just make mistakes.
Phony tickets, the fraud tickets that people are getting in the mail.
Yeah, that's another problem that would have to be tackled is okay, well, this says that you were going at, and here's your face, and here's your car.
And I was never there.
All right, and I was never there.
How did you get that plate number on that car?
Right.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
That's true too.
So, there's been 2 or 3 cases that I've been seeing come down the net. But anyway, getting back to this technology and everything, the shout out goes out to Donna there that, geez, if you're going to be in business for a little while longer, you could get one of them digital signs out in front of your place.
There you go.
Show how the veggies are growing.
It's just sad that our surrounding counties and states aren't caught up with the technology.
Well, I've been to almost every
we're
township.
always behind.
I've been to almost every township in New York State. Okay, I'm pretty sure you probably have too, and I know you have, Snide.
Not everyone, but I've been
quite a few.
From the center corridor down through to Albany and beyond, all the way up to Buffalo, and then from probably the Adirondacks west, I've been in just about everyone.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've been to quite a few in my travels when I was in my computer business, and also traveling for the day job, and then also just tooling around going to see different places.
But
you really look at it, New York State really is behind.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not only progressively as in tolerance and acceptance of people, we're also behind in the effect of, what technologies are we using to help different situations or alleviate different problems. And mostly it's either the one hand in the bush thought process where it just costs too much. It's a wonderful idea, but it just costs too much, and we don't want to put that on the taxpayer's back.
I can't make enough money off of it.
Right. Or it's the other side.
Greed.
Yep. So that's but there again, it's just like the driver's license thought process. We spend $88 million a year
for black and white photos
for driver's licenses. Okay, well, we outsource them to Canada. I'm more than happy to do business with Canada because Canadians are A-okay by
New York
me.
State.
But really, by the end of the day, that government function should be something where they buy, build, or employ people in New York State, so the unemployment go down, to build those things, not outsource them. That's my political thing for the day, I guess.
Okay,
that's number 3, ain't it?
Yeah, at least I think
we didn't get to the cameras.
When I get sick, I get that way.
And we didn't get to your pad.
Oh, discussed enough.
Your pad. Stuff. What kind of pad you got?
I don't know.
Well,
is it a doggy pee-pee pad?
One that you don't get in the drugstore.
Right. Right.
So how much time we got here?
It's 11:59. So
if we're ready or whatever,
I don't care. It's fine.
But,
anyway, you've been listening to Tech Talk Live. I'm Flipper.
We'll carry this stuff over to the next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully next week I'll be feeling a little better. I'll be a little more lively.
So sorry we got into politics and all this, but technology was great for on your side, what you've seen. But anyway, you're who?
I'm Flipper.
I'm Snide.
And I'm JJ.
And we're a local computer talk show up here in upstate New York. We're heard worldwide if you want to check out our podcast on fingerlakes1.com. And we're on every Saturday morning, 11 to 12 in the morning.
Yep.
Anything else you guys want to add?
No. And like I said, Happy New Year to everybody. I hope your resolutions come true.
And like us on Facebook.
Like us on Facebook, definitely. Oh, I didn't do that right.
You didn't do that right.
We're out of here.
We'll see you next week. See ya.
You've been listening to your technology talk show. Tune in next time to Tech Talk Live.